All right. Now I've done a lot of talking, and so in the next videos, I'm going to do a lot more just writing code. So follow along with me. And again, like anytime you're lost, hit me up, tell me to stop. I'll paste everything to Slack. We'll go from there. Now I said we're going to make a menu before, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And so let's go up to our app component where most of our data is going to be stored. And let's create a object here, and let's call it menu. Const menu equals an object. And inside that object, I'm gonna write a bunch of stuff here. I'm just gonna make a huge object. Again, you don't have to type this out with me. Just copy and paste it from Slack when I paste it into Slack. Cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our menu is gonna have obviously some coffee, and that will be an array. And that array will contain, let's just give it two keys. Let's give it a name key and a price key. So name, price, and that's all we're going to put here. The price for this first one will be $3.99 because I said so, and it will be an espresso. Obviously, I made a coffee shop because I love coffee. That's right. And so this is fun for me because I just got to come up with as many coffee things as I possibly can. Actually, you know what? How about you see if you can find some cool ones that we'll add to this so I don't feel like I'm just creating things myself. What are some drinks that people like? Cafe latte. Do you spell cafe like that? Cafe latte? No? I don't care. Do it anyway. $3.50. And I like to line things up here. People hate it when I do this too, but I love doing this. Yeah, it takes more time, but I just think it looks pretty, and I like pretty stuff. Drip coffee, okay. Most places will have some drip coffee, but it's always cheaper when there's drip coffee, you know? So let's make that $1.99 because our coffee shop is ballin'. Some iced coffee, the only thing I drink. Yep, there you go. Because I love iced coffee so much, let's make it $2.99 so that all want to go here. Some cold brew coffee for $4.99 because cold brew always costs more. Yes. Line it all up. Pretty. Some cafe Americano. Does it have two F's? Cafe? I don't know. You know what? Doesn't matter to me. This is how I'm spelling it. It's my coffee shop. I can do what I want. Cafe Americano. A cappuccino. Okay. Cappuccino. Is that spelled right? Yes. Yeah. See, I do know my coffee sometimes. Let's also make this $2.99. Let's make it $3.50. Also, same with the cafe latte. We'll keep those together. And then a mocha. Cool. I'm gonna call it a cafe mocha. Great. And cafe mocha, we'll make some money on cafe mochas. We'll make them $4.50. And so now we have a nice little coffee menu. And let's go ahead and add something else here besides coffee. Let's also serve some treats in a bakery. And in our bakery, let's have a few things. I'm just going to paste this same system we have here. Let's put a blueberry scone. Cool. And let's make blueberry scones $2.99. I love scones. Yeah, I know. That is classic me. Let's put a pumpkin muffin. Pumpkin muffin. Who doesn't like a muffin? For $2.50 because don't have to type too much. And then one more thing. Let's put yeah, sure. Let's put a cinnamon raisin bagel. Cool. Cinnamon raisin bagel. I always spell that wrong too. Okay. And the cinnamon raisin bagel will be $2.99. Okay. Now, I mean, beyond this, we can do a bunch of other stuff. We can put some specials in there. We can have all kinds of things. But, okay, yeah, fine. I'll put a specials in there also. I'm going to type this really fast. Specials. You have Monday. We'll have split pea soup. Tuesday. Yeah, I know. That does not belong in a coffee shop. Doesn't matter. Neither do tacos. Neither does paella. That doesn't belong in a coffee shop, but I'm putting it in anyway. Like I said, it's my coffee shop. I do what I want. Teriyaki chicken doesn't belong in a coffee shop. Perfect. And I'm not putting the price here because they're all going to be $30 because they're special. I know, no one will order them. Doesn't matter. Let's put some mini pizzas in there. And Sunday, let's put some pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Okay, fine, it'd be $20. Whatever. You guys are too caught up on the price. And so now we have a menu, and this menu is snazzy. And let's go ahead and pass the menu to the sidebar also. So as a prop, you just come in inside the component itself, and we say menu equals the menu. And we can go ahead and, now that we've passed that additional prop to our sidebar component, we can update our JSX inside our sidebar to render a list item for each menu item in the coffee array. Now this is going to get a little crazy. So just notice that I'm passing the menu as an additional object on for the props, additional key on the props object. And then right below this, we're going to do some cool stuff here, okay? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a horizontal rule. And I'm going to add, let's just emphasize coffee here. Oops, excuse me. And then below that, I'm going to create a list. And inside this list, I'm going to have to get all of those items from the props object and put them inside here. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Like, that's going to take so long to type out again. See how long it just took us to type out that menu? So long, right? You don't even want to code anymore after that, huh? You're done. You're giving it up forever. Okay, that might be a little much, but that's okay. You live your life. But let me give you a reason to not do that. Are you ready? Just like we did before, I want you to make those squiggly brackets. And inside here, we're going to grab the props.menu. And then we're going to get all of the coffee in the menu. See this props.menu.coffee, which is going to be an array, right? So we'll say props.menu.coffee .map. Now, who can tell me again what map does? Yep, it loops over all the things. Let's call them items. It loops over each item, and let's also grab the item's index. And let's pass it to this fat arrow function. And from this fat arrow function, we are going to return some JSX. We're going to return a list item for each thing. And let's give this a class too. I agree. Class name equals menu item. Okay. And then inside here, there's one other thing you need to do for React. You need to give it a key. And the key just means it's just a unique identifier for each list item that we map over. And I'm going to use the index of each thing in the coffee array. And so this list item is going to have a key of the index. And then inside here, we're going to put two things. We're going to put the item.name, because remember, that's what we named each item, right? So item.name, because each one had a name key and a price key. So we'll say the name, and then we'll put a span in here that holds a $, followed by the item.price, and let's put it to fixed. So it only goes to like $3.99 or whatever. Cool. And then let's say /span. And that's it. And so what I've done here is I've just written some JavaScript that loops over all the items in the coffee array. And it creates a list item for each one with the item's name followed by its price. Let's see what that looks like. Are you ready? Save. Okay, come in here. Oh, check that out. We now have a coffee shop with a daily menu, and each item on the menu is displayed here with its corresponding price. Now, I think that's really cool because we don't have to write any HTML for this. We just loop over everything in the array, and React makes the HTML for us. You might be familiar with this if you've written something like Pug or what used to be called Jade or whatever. Jose, have you ever done that? No? Yeah, okay, it's sort of similar to Angular. You've messed with Angular before? So you'll notice that like the key attributes we're passing here, this is just like this thing right here. This is the only thing that's really not a normal HTML. Everything else is just writing JavaScript and HTML. It's so cool. And because all of our data flows from this app component to the sidebar component, it's really easy to figure out what data is causing what HTML to be created. And I think personally that it just makes your life better. I mean, data only moves in one direction, from the parent element to the children element. And so the flow of it is interpretable. You know exactly where it's going. And so we'll take a look at how to take advantage of that more in the next video. This one's pretty long.